So you've chosen something that you want. You've decided that it's good for you, for others, and hopefully for the world, now and later in the future. You've thought about your audience. You've decided who is the person or the group of people who are most likely able to help me get what it is that I want. Now it's time to start thinking, before you write, about what are the strongest reasons you have for your audience to care. And really, you need to prove to them in some sort of way what's in it for them. If you get what you want, what's going to improve for your audience? And what I've found is that any improvement falls into one of these 4 categories. Either it improves their feelings, it improves their actions, what they do, it improves their relationships, how they are with other people, or it improves their environment. And I don't just mean the environment like trees and nature, not just the natural environment, but also just the places that they are. Maybe the buildings, the town, the country, the sports center, whatever it is, the places that they are. So it's either improving the things that are happening inside of them, their feelings, their emotions. It's improving what they're doing in the world. It's improving how they are with others, or maybe how others see them. And it's improving their places. I'm going to go with the example of getting a dog, because this is a very common example when I'm working with younger students. So why would parents want their child to have a dog? Let's say a kid really wants a dog, and this is what they're going to write about. And let's say they've chosen the audience of their parents. How would having a dog improve the parents' feelings? Well, some examples might be that the parents can feel proud seeing how well their child is taking care of this dog and how much more responsibility they're showing. The dog might also just improve feelings, because you can go back and talk to your parents and say, hey, remember when you were younger and had a dog, how much you loved having a dog? Wouldn't you love that feeling again, that excitement when the dog sees you and that feeling of unconditional love that comes from a puppy? Wouldn't you like to have that cute puppy in our house? Wouldn't that make you feel good? Often the feelings that are most effective are a sense of pride, a sense of happiness, and a sense of meaning, a sense of purpose. How would a dog improve relationships? Well, once you get a dog, if you're in a city or even just a larger town, there's often dog parks. And people bring their dogs to dog parks, and, well, when the dogs are running around, you're hanging out with other people, meeting new people in the area. So mom and dad, getting a dog will improve your relationships, because you might meet some new cool people out at the dog park, fellow dog lovers. It also might improve relationships within the family, because it gives the family something new to focus on, and everyone can take turns walking the dog, looking after the dog, these sorts of things. And there's even a strong relationship that you can develop with a dog, which connects back to feelings. But don't you want like a really loving, caring relationship in your life with a dog? Let's move on to actions. How would having a dog improve the things that your parents do? Well, one example is you could say, well, dogs need exercise. And mom and dad, you've been complaining for a while now that you need a reason to get out and go jogging. Well, that dog will really improve your life, because it will need exercise, and it will help you get out and be more active, because you will need to walk it. So getting a dog isn't just good for me, mom and dad. Getting a dog would be good for you too, because it would help you be more active. It would help you be more fit. It would help you train for that 5K, that 10K, that half marathon that you're thinking of running. The dog will also just help you get outside more often. You've been saying how you're tired of just coming home and chilling and watching Netflix all evening and binge watching whatever. This dog would at least just get you outside of the house a few times a day, and that's probably a better thing. Now, not everything will improve all of these areas. This example with a dog often falls a little bit flat when we start to talk about environment, Because let's be honest, dogs usually make a house messier, not tidier. There's fur everywhere, dogs chew things. So let's be honest, dogs might not improve the environment that much, but you could argue that, hey, once we get the dog, we're going to have to make some of those changes to the backyard you've been talking about. The dog will need a doghouse and who knows, maybe some kind of a fenced-in area or something like that. And mom and dad, this will make you take action on those landscaping plans you've had, and the backyard will look much nicer. And you'll kind of be forced to do it once we have a dog. So that could be one example for the environment. Depending on what it is that you want, your audience's improvements will probably show up in these 4 categories, but 1 or 2 or maybe 3 of them, you'll have tons of ideas. And maybe for one of these areas, you might only have maybe 1 or 2 ideas. What I would recommend to get ready to write, we're still in the pre-write, we haven't started to write this letter yet. I would try to write like 10 improvements at least for each of these 4 categories for your audience. Think about who your audience is and think about, hey, if we get what I'm saying I would like, how would this improve my audience's feelings? How could they have more good feelings or new feelings that they don't often get to have? How would it change and improve what they're doing? How would it improve their actions? How would it improve their relationships? How would it introduce them to new people or maybe change the way that people look at them? Often reputation is a really motivating factor here. You can tell your audience, hey, other people will really respect you if you take action on this. And that can often be very persuasive. Or finally, how will having what I want improve the places that you spend your time in? How will it improve the actual world around them, the things that are around them, the spaces that these people are in? You know what you want. You've decided on an audience who will best help you to get it. Now it's time to think about how getting what you want would improve that audience's feelings, their actions, their relationships, and their environment.